All right, Shalom. I want to start by saying, call law, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. All right, real quick, one of the many articles on the topic, and the topic regards is going into digital ID. Now, digital ID, obviously, if you know, like obviously, you know, from for a long time, for many years, many decades, we've had ID, driver's license, like a little plastic card. You know, you have your work ID, a little plastic card, a little lanyard, and that was pretty much what you have for ID. Or, of course, you know, your social security card, but something with a picture, it would usually be a piece of plastic. But now we're going into a whole digital ID thing. Even you go back to insurance, when you before you get your insurance information, like actual paperwork, they're basically doing away with paperwork. But you know, before you get your insurance paperwork for like your car insurance, you would go they have an app because you know we're in the world of apps, so you can get an app to where it will have your security information. So in case you got pulled over, you could use that. So basically, that's what Esau, his kingdom, is telling of, is basically getting more into the digital realm. You know, basically contactless, touchless, so that basically like nothing you're really holding as far as like what have you. So one of the articles, this is from Korea.net, and it reads, and it's the title of the video, Debut of Mobile Residence Cards Ushers in Digital ID Era. Now this is from March 14th, which is what, like 5 days ago. So it says, the debut of mobile resident registration cards allows users to store and use digital ID on their smartphone. So now you have your ID on your phone. It said the Ministry of the Interior and Safety and the Presidential Committee on the Digital Platform Government on March 13th announced the expanded issuance of the cards nationwide from March 14th. Now, keep in mind, this is basically like getting everybody ready for the mark of the beast, man, for the MOTB, RFID micro C-HIP. Cause that's what this is all heading to. It's all that's the final end game. That's what it's headed to. It says application for the card is available at a community center of a local government having jurisdiction over a user's registered address from March 28th, which is next Friday. Not this Friday, but the next Friday coming. It says any such center nationwide in the web portal government.kr can accept applications regardless of address. See, when they had this things with the MOTB and this new digital system, they don't even care, yo. They want everybody to just get down with it. It says the digital card, it says people can get the high-tech ID either by touching their smartphones to their resident registration cards embedded with an integrated, get this, an integrated C-HIP, or scanning the QR code at a community center. See, there it goes, C-HIP. It says people can get a high-tech ID either by touching their smartphones to their resident registration cards embedded with an integrated C-HIP, which means what? Our phones, debit cards, all that, they already have the C-HIP in it. That's the beast. Remember, this is part of the beast system. Yes, it's not the actual market, but it's leading towards it. And when you think about, as far as prophecy goes, if you have all these things coming to pass now with the third woe, you know, the Revelation 18th chapter coming. You have Daniel the 2nd chapter. You have Ezekiel the 38th chapter, Ezekiel the 36th chapter. You have and Isaiah the 47th chapter, Jeremiah the 50th chapter. You have all these things coming into fruition right now. But the main prophecy is this right here, his system, and ultimately the beast's mark, this man's mark, Esau. Because that's really that's his main goal on what he wants to do, making everything digital. And then put his digital system in your body. So continuing on, it says the digital card holds the same validity as its plastic counterpart, but boasts cutting-edge security technology such as blockchain and encryption to enhance security. Because that's what they're gonna do. Oh yeah, secure, it's safer or more efficient. You don't lose it. Nobody can steal it. But the thing about it is, what if somebody steals your phone? One thing. And what if just the system? What if just the system is fucked up, and now nobody has no more plastic IDs? So it says it holds the same validity as the plastic counterpart, which I spoke about earlier. Plastic. It says, but boasts cutting-edge security technology such as blockchain and encryption to enhance security. A user is limited to one mobile ID on one smartphone in his or her name, and biometric verification is required to prevent identity theft. So I guess it's like, get just something scanned. Yeah, because I think, like the whole thing with the iPhones, you your palm print or scan, whatever. It says a user can immediately call his or her telecommunication service provider to terminate the digital ID in case of a lost smartphone. I just said, what if you lose your phone? So they have all the groundwork. They have everything covered. They have they do these things, and they even prepare for obvious questions that people are going to have. Like the question I just said, what happens if you lose your phone? And they already got the solution. So real quick, let me get the privacy real quick. Let me get the MOTB real quick. Cause that's all. This is what this all leading to. Remember it said a CHIP embedded in the phone, right? So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 6, and he said, he causeth all. Now, what is that? What is that cause? When you read the scripture, you can think about he causeth all. What is going to be the cause? Because he's not going to come straight out and say yo, you got to get this in your hand, you got to get this in your forehead. No, he's ushering in. Remember it said he's ushering the digital ID era. So he's ushering in the cause to where the cause is everything is being made digital. It's going to be able to counterattack fraud and be more safely and efficient. But all the meanwhile, he just wanted to put a CHIP in your body. Because what? It's prophecy. But the cause he has ways of going about it. He's not going to come around and do it. Remember, he's a devil. He's a snake. So he's going to make it seem like it's the right thing to do. It's the best thing to do. Because what? He's ushering in the system for that to be the best thing to do. Because ultimately, if people keep losing their phones and whatnot, they say, you can't lose the CHIP that's in your body. And that's going to be his angle. Watch. As time goes on, it's going to get more and more to it we just going to have to get it. You have to get it implanted in your body. They've used all the angles already. Now it's going to be a digital ID on your phone and whatnot. But anyway, it says, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So you locked up, free, you're rich, poor, don't matter. Said to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So what? If you're not part of the elite circle, you're going to be required to receive that mark. And it says in verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Because right now they just talk about ID. You don't need to sell. You don't need to buy and sell with an ID. But when you think about it, what they're doing now with the whole real ID in America, they're making it to where you need a real ID to travel within the United States as far as flying. So if you don't have a real ID or a passport, well, not really a passport, but you don't have a real ID. No, if you don't have a real ID or a passport, you can't fly domestically in the country. That goes into what? Man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to. Let alone for the fact when shit gets dire out here and people are going to be running up in each other's houses for a lack of bread. But what about just wanting to travel to another city, period? That's where martial law and this NWO comes in, man. It says here, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here, verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. And who is the man? Esau, Edom, and his race. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. 666. 600, 3 score, 66. 666. Ironically, what is Satan and the devil's number when you talk about who worships the devil? They rep 666. Now, going back to the article, so yeah, this is from March 14th, right? But you have other articles. Oh, this is like good. This is from the Idaho Capital Sun. Hold up, this is another one. This is from 19 hours. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. It's from biometricupdate.com. They have a lot of issues as far as all this biometric technology, which is basically the B system. So he says This article reads, it says, reusable digital ID promises improve customer experience. Now, what is a customer? Person that's buying. And experience with who? The business that's selling. So businesses are going to have to get it. Business owners have to get it too. For instance, like you got personal trainers, right? You got private person. You got a lot of private business owners. How is you going to be able to buy and sell for your business? You're going to have to get the. It says whether no man shall buy or sell. That's on both sides of the penny. So if you're a business, you're going to need the B system in your business, just like the same thing they did with having now they got all this Apple Pay and all this shit going on. Even the corner store bodegas got the thing for the Apple Pay, because people aren't carrying cash like that anymore. So you need something with a card. Even the whatchamacallit, the cards, oh shit, food stamp cards, they're all cards. So they're not having food stamps like actual, like just a bunch of food stamps and whatnot. Now everything's on the card now. Everything's now being made biometric and has been made biometric. So it says a new reusable digital ID network partnership to serve UK financial services providers has been announced by Select ID, SQR, Lucidity, and Australia-based Sharing. It says the strategic partners will work to improve remote customer onboarding for financial services and adjacent regulated sectors with robust identity verification and seamless customer experiences through reusable ID. They will promote the adoption of reusable IDs to comply with KYC regulations, just as enabling legislation is being passed by the UK's government. They are also looking ahead to refining and implementing Select ID as a reusable ID network service in collaboration with industry stakeholders, regulators, and financial institutions, which is what, like banks. Because that's what they call a bank, is a financial institution. Credit union, bank, so on and so forth, man. It's real time. And these devils moving quick, and they're not even talking about this, man. They're talking about a bunch of bullshit. All they do is talk about Trump and Elon Musk and all the tariffs on that, which is fine, but it's more to this role of prophecy, man. Remember, this is the last bit. When they act this MOTB, that's the last bit of prophecy that we need before YAHAWASHI returns. So we need them to do this. So it says that Lucidity has been notably active in age assurance since becoming the first digital pass credential in the UK in 2023. But its reusable digital identity wallet app can be used to resupply identity information to financial institutions or any other relying party on request. See? The digital ID, this is becoming a thing. And they got all these financial institutions, banks and all that, they all getting on board. They all are on board, man. All this cryptocurrency, the digital currency, cashless society, man, this all goes hand in hand. This is all prophecy. Not just what's going on with the war, but this prophecy right here. And this what they're not talking. This what they're going. This is going to come out of nowhere because they're not really publicizing it. You have to be in the know to look this stuff up. You got the men of the Lord. We look this stuff up, but you got these regular citizens. They don't look this stuff up. They just wait for the government say, "Oh, this we need to do," and people do it. It says, this partnership aligns with our mission to create a safer, more efficient, and interpretable digital ecosystem. And we are excited about the growth that this network will bring to the UK digital identity landscape, says Lucidity CEO Ian Moody. SQR has operations in the UK and the Isles of Man and provides tokenized ID proofing through selfie biometrics and public data monitoring. It says biometrics. That's all what this is. Everything's about biometrics now. It says, like the UK company Sharing, is digital identity and attribute trust framework, DIATF, certified and provides self-sovereign digital identity in the form of a mobile identity wallet after completing a biometric video selfie check. Biometric, your biometric, your all that heat seeking and all that shit. You can open your phone with your palm payments, pay with your hands. You already have people that have the MOTB in their body already. But the Lord said what? Like I read in Revelation 13 and 16, he said he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor. See, right now, the people that are voluntary getting it, or people that what have you getting it, but when he has it to it, and no man no man can buy or sell, which means what? No man can buy or sell save he that had the mercy. So you have to have the MOTB to buy and sell. That's why they're getting all the businesses on board first, and then they're gonna bring it to the masses of the people that sell the buyers. Right now they're giving it all to the sellers. It says the launch of the Select ID network will enable UK financial services and other sectors to access reusable digital ID providers through a single contract and technical connection, says Select ID CEO Nick Mothershaw. Acceptors of ID information can now come to one place to access a wide range of inclusive ID proofing methods and ready-to-go reusable IDs through our partner ID providers, improving customer experience and success rate. So what? They're getting into the sellers, man. They go into all these stores. It said what? Financial institutions. A financial institution, a bank goes into the definition of a financial institution. Everything is about Esau's kingdom. For the love of money is the root of all evil. So his whole thing is always about money. How are we going to do this? A new way to buy and sell. Everything is about buying and selling Esau's kingdom. Remember when Baby Boy said everything is about transactions. So now they're going to start making the transactions more digital. You got in the UK. In the UK right now, it says what? They're no more accepting cash. Only cashless payments. And you talk about people. This is in the UK. And you have countless others. All you have to do, just don't take my word for it. All you got to do is to go to Google and just put in digital ID. You're going to have a bunch of things pop up. Hold up. Let me go back to that shit real quick. Hold up. Was that it? Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's just talking about, just what it's going to entail of and what's the plans, man. And it's the plan. And ultimately it's going to be what? The MOTB, Revelation 13, 16 through 18, which I just read. All these things about this biometrics and crypto and cashless, this is all leading to the beast system. This is prophecy. So this is going to happen. Thus saith YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. The Lord said his word is faithful and true. And if the Lord said he's going to cause of all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead, that thou shalt surely, they're going to do it. You look at what's happening right now. This all been spoken of by the prophets of before time. These things were written before time for our learning. Hold up. Yeah, we're written for our learning. I got a text from work. And that's it. Yeah, so I just typed in digital ID, right? This popped up. It says new laws drive hotels to explore digital ID solutions. Focus wire. Let's see what that's about. Look like somebody's phone, right? Or I guess like little whatever. I read this article. I gotta get going. I gotta get back. But it says so it says new laws drive hotels to explore digital ID solution. Now this is from March 19th. This is today. It says as the hospitality industry faces new identity verification regulation across Europe, there is pressure on hotels to adopt digital identity solution. As Spain's hospitality industry learned in November, new legal requirements can be challenging. New legal requirements. So it's going to be a requirement. Another word for cause. It said the new Spanish law requires all hoteliers, including home rentals, campsites, and car hire firms, to send information about all guests to the country's Ministry of the Interior. The data collected for national security reasons. See, they go security, national security. And that's why they're going to have all these sleeper cells, all these little false flags. Because they need they need order after chaos. They need some chaos so they can bring in the new world order. It said the data collected for national security reasons will include passport details, home addresses, and payment methods. It said the new law has raised concerns over delays at check-in, onerous record keeping, and how to ensure data privacy. And it's already been an issue with people data being sold throughout the internet and all this shit. It says experts agree that hotels should act now to adopt digital identity solutions to smooth guest experiences. I bet the experts would, because who the experts ran by? The elites. I bet they would should act now to adopt digital identity solutions to smooth guest experiences. It says hotels have long relied on manual processes to verify guest identities, but these outdated methods introduce friction, errors, and inefficiencies. Nick Price, CEO of NetSys Technology, said that hotels historically treated identity verification as an afterthought. Hotels still treat identity verification as a manual process. It's slow, inefficient, and prone to errors. That needs to change. He said, adding that the alternative, sticking to paper-based ID verification, would be too cumbersome. But what? But you saying that the digital is going to be flawless? So what happens if the fucking system goes out? What happens if you have no electricity? No generators, no nothing. Just straight cyber. What's happening if it's a cyber attack? They're just making everything more open to the fucking digital hackers now. It says if a law like this is introduced and hotels try to comply manually, they will create massive friction for both staff and guests. And hoteliers should begin looking for ways to integrate digital ID systems with hotel IT systems, according to Jillian Jones, Senior Business Development Manager of Condatis. Hotels have incredibly complex IT estates, PMS, property management system, reservation systems, booking engines, OTAs, online travel agencies. Trying to standardize identity across all of that is basically impossible. That's where digital identity solutions come in, she said. See? Everything's getting so complicated, yeah, we got to bring in this new digital system. But the hotel's been going through it for all these years already. Now all of a sudden they come with this new thing. They saying, "Oh, your shit is fucked up. Your shit is too bad. It's too tedious. It's too cumbersome." Let's see what that word means. Let's see what they got. Cumbersome. Yeah, so basically, yeah, cumbersome means, it says burdensome, troublesome, inconvenient, hard to carry. So yeah, basically they're saying it's going to be inconvenient for all this manual shit that the hotels are still on. It said Jones likened the situation with European digital identity to, remember the whole it was what was it the Europe, that chick was talking about what she was talking about, digital ID and all that shit. I think she was actually talking about digital ID. How all the European Union, the European nations, they're all going to be getting down with this digital ID. It says that, yeah, Jones likened the situation with European digital identity to GDPR compliance, where the data privacy regulation caught some out because it wasn't on their radar. The time to plan a digital identity integration is now, she said. See, they said the time is now. Remember, Esau got to move fast to get his system off. But that's the Lord doing it, because what? He about to take these devils out. They thinking they doing stuff to make their shit more smoother, but they're doing things closer to their destruction, to their end. It says solutions such as Condatis Kinda can simplify the process, Jones said. Kinda acts as an on-ramp and bridge to decentralized identity. It handles trust frameworks, compliance, and onboarding so hotels don't have to. That the third-party shit. It says the privacy issue raised by these types of laws could be solved by Europe's EIDA's 2 identity wallet regulation. With these digital identity wallets, individuals can confirm their identity across the European Union while retaining complete data control. They only need to share whatever information is required at the transaction point, and the data is safely encrypted. So they say. But this is what they're about to get on up and running, man. Digital ID, cashless society, no more cash. And they talk about the financial institutions, the banks. They're getting all the banks, they're getting all these people with it now, so then they usher it out. The banks already have the systems in play. And they say to the masses, to the buyers, now this is the way you have to do transactions. And that's what just read, Revelation 13 and 16. He calls of all. This is the cause, his new system. getting rid of cash, getting rid of plastic IDs, making everything digital, biometrics. Oh man, oh, it's a matter of safety or national security, all this shit. However they're going to try to spin it, but at the end of the day, it's prophecy, man. And that's it. So, with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Israel, aka the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and love to all the Akim. Continue to preach the truth and all truth and sincerity. Shalom.